And welcome back to well, not an episode of Survival Records. This is going to be an intermission. Just doing a little bit of resource gathering. Coming over to my spot here where I grab ice. I am kind of in the I'm kind of in a resource gathering mode right now, and it's in preparation of getting that new large grid ship built. I think I'm gonna leave the Deanston as it is, and I don't know if I'm going to use it as much. I've had a couple ideas given as to where I'll move with the design for this new one. And yeah, it's going to take me a little while to get creative about it. So obviously, well, I assume it's pretty obvious. Doing YouTube videos is not my means of making money. It's just something I'm having fun with right now, and I don't want ever to have that fun be curtailed by feeling like I have to I have to get videos out on time, I have to put production in. I'm hopefully, if you're this far into playing along with me, then you get an idea that I'm not doing this seriously. I mean, well, I'm not serious. I'm not try hard. I don't know if that's the right way of putting it. You know what? I think one of my drills is broken. Why is... Or one of the conveyor tubes is broken, more likely. I'm gonna go fix that. So as I was saying, I don't want to play this game and have it not be fun. You know, I think that would take away from any kind of enjoyment you all might have with me doing it. And yeah, I don't like that thought. So why do I call it an intermission? Well, last time I did that is because I had come to the conclusion that the mods I was using were not, not exactly what I wanted anymore. And I feel kind of the same way at this point. I've been exploring those wasteland encounters with the kaiju and the NPC2 there, and the assertive mod is, I certainly have not experienced everything it has to offer, but I certainly know what to expect from it. So I'm thinking I want to reevaluate what mods I have installed and potentially, make some changes.
Critical.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go grab some more hydrogen there. What changes are those, you might ask? Well, I don't know the answer exactly. There are a lot of mods that are part of the modular encounter spawner that are, people have put hundreds of hours of work into them, and I'd like to experience what they have to offer. As far as like what the storyline is for that, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm sort of thinking like, now that I'm here with this uranium mine, that's kind of like, I can do anything I want to now in terms of building ships and getting resources. There's nothing holding me back. I don't have any restrictions any longer. So, am I still surviving? Or am I trying to survive? You know, you might even argue that I've accomplished the goal of the survival aspect of the game. Get to where you are established. Now, that does not mean at all that I want to just give up this save file and move on. But, you know, it's like, this, I've said it before, this game is one where you have to come up with your own goals. You can't just rely on the story feeding you your, you know, your next step. Nothing necessarily wrong with story games like that. I've enjoyed many of them in my day. But it does kind of leave you needing to be a little creative of your own. And what kind of story will that be, you ask? Well, there are a couple of planets that I have not visited yet. There's the icy planet, Titan? No. There's the ice planet. And then there's also the desert planet. And I kind of like the idea of getting myself a goal of, well, maybe not getting myself a goal. I'm gonna take some time to set up a story associated with those planets. Maybe there's a facility that I need to find and rescue. I'll look into the different NPC mods and see if any of them make sense. Like, I know there's a mod that adds space orcs. Cool, space orcs are fun. But I don't necessarily have a reason to be fighting them, so why don't I give myself one? It's so much faster if I go over here and into the hole a little bit. Better do that so I don't completely mess everything up. Alright. So yeah, like, space orcs might have taken over the Pertum planet, and maybe I'll reevaluate the resource mod that has the ores all spread out the way they are, so that, ores are more common and frequent. That's why the orcs took the place over, but I have to, defeat certain quantities, recapture stations, that sort of thing. Something interesting. And I have not really figured out exactly what I want to do in that regard. So that's why my episodes are kind of being a little delayed, and I wanted to explain to you all why. So another thing that's been taking place, another aspect to consider in this conversation, is that my ability to record is a little dependent on my my situation at home with my wife. She and I have been fortunate in that we've been working from home lately, but taking a few minutes to play a game and record it is one thing, but asking her to be quiet and not have phone calls with her colleagues is quite another, and I'm certainly not willing to impose that on her. So that means I'm not going to be recording as much as I could have. Why is this connector not connecting? It's right on top of it. I need to go that way a little. There we go. Another thing to consider about moving forward with these recordings is that I am not getting bored with Space Engineers, not in the slightest. This is a great game. I'm going to keep playing this one for ages. But there are these other games that I've been looking to play lately, and I've had you guys all tag along for me playing this game, so, maybe you'd be interested in tagging along for those other games. No Man's Sky is the one that's right at the top of my list right now because it's got new content that I really want to take a look at. I haven't played the game really for a long period of time, and over a year. It's been a few updates since then, and they put out a lot of content in 2020, and I am really interested in checking that all out. So speaking of new content, another game that I've always enjoyed and will get back into is Ark: Survival Evolved. They're releasing their final expansion for Ark 1, which is the Genesis 2 expansion. And I am going to be playing it for sure. I want to know all about it, and I actually plan on starting up a new character just to experience that. And I don't see why I shouldn't invite you all along for that as well. So, I guess wrapping up this conversation, I just want to say I am going to be, I'm going to be playing other games. I want to invite you all to come along with me while I play those. And I don't want you to worry. I certainly will be coming back to Space Engineers and working on the next chapter of this playthrough where I head to other planets and get some other challenges. Oh, I just realized what I said earlier. I don't want you to get the wrong impression. I'm not playing these games while I'm supposed to be working from home, but we don't have the exact same schedules, and when we are both off in the evenings, she's playing her games off to the side, and it's always a little awkward getting her to, hey honey, can you quiet down for a second? I want to record a clip. So anyway, I guess I've said pretty much what I think I should say in terms of what my plans are moving forward. Going to, reevaluate what mods I have. I'm gonna take a look at where I'm going in terms of other games I want to play, and I might have to, sacrifice my playtime for some family time or for work. But that being said, I still intend to play games, and I may as well, have you guys come along for the ride. So, on that note, let me hop on out. Let me get myself ready. Why am I waving there? Waving doesn't seem to make much sense, but wave. Here we go. Waving. Ah, there we go. Let's shed some light on myself. See you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.